Hey guys, I just came back from seeing Man of Steel. It is about 4 a.m. right now, so let's try to keep this real short, quick, and to the point, because I got to get back to sleep. In case you're wondering, yes, I did totally come to the midnight showing dressed as the Man of Steel himself. Well, sort of the Man of Steel. It's more like the new reboot Action Comics #1 kind of Superman. Although, speaking of, here's something kind of curious. You'll see that the cape here that I'm wearing has the Man of Steel logo on it, but for some reason the cape on the Man of Steel himself in the movie does not have that logo. I don't know what that's all about, but just a weird little observation that I saw. Other than that, other weird little observations. You may recall that in my review for The Dark Knight Rises, it was a little bit of a mess. I mean, well, okay, there was, of course, the obvious tragedy that happened in Colorado, which, thank everything holy, did not happen with this movie. Last thing we need is someone dressing up like General Zod and trying to destroy whole cities or something. But, unlike with The Dark Knight Rises, my theater was half full, which I honestly was not expecting. We see all this build up to what could be the DC Cinematic Universe here, setting everything up for the Justice League movie, and apparently it didn't get a whole lot of hype? I have no idea what's up with that, but whatever. Anyway, on to the movie itself. It was awesome. I went into this movie not really knowing who Henry Cavill was. I don't recall ever seeing any of his work, so like the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, there's always some fun little thing to surprise me with there. He was awesome. Henry Cavill, if you're watching this, please keep on being Superman. You are great. The story basically is, of course, we all know how Krypton blows up. Jor-El has to send his one and only son off to save the last remnants of his race. Which, ironically, is one of the main plot points for General Zod. He has to... Well, I don't want to give any real spoilers on this, but the key to Krypton's survival is actually within Superman, and all of his various little things that came along with him to Earth. Let's see... Yes, there weren't any real big glaring story issues, as far as I can tell. The odd reconstruction of Superman's childhood to adulthood was rather interesting. For the most part, we see it in real time as Superman is already an adult, but every now and then we'll jump back several years to like his childhood, then we go back to real time, then back to his early preteens, and then back to his teenagers again. So it's like some little abridged history as we're seeing him recall it, as opposed to just childhood, preteens, teenager, adulthood. Boom, there we go. So yeah, we pretty much just see an older Clark Kent. Well, I say older, but he's more like 33, older than childhood, I suppose. An older Clark Kent as he's just kind of drifting his way through the world and helping anyone that he can. He takes this one little odd job here, but every time he has to help someone, he then has to leave that little bit of his life behind so he can go help somebody else, because he's trying to hide. Pop Kent, who is Kevin Costner in this movie, was always trying to keep him hidden. Yes, Clark, you have these amazing powers, and you're probably going to do something great with them, but, just kind of keep it on the down low, because we don't know exactly what you are, but people are probably going to be afraid of you. So, that sucks. So yeah, not a whole lot of I can't speak. Not a whole lot of room for friends in this lonely life of his. But he learns very early on that he just has to save people, which is awesome. One of my biggest fears regarding this movie is that, for the sake of making him cooler to them young people today who may not like Superman already, there's always the there's always the urge among filmmakers to try to make heroes into anti-heroes. Well, with Batman being the most popular character in DC currently, and with one of the most popular characters in Marvel being Wolverine. So, of course, people like to try to copy that sort of grim and gritty thing, like, I'm the good guy, but I'm actually kind of a bad guy, sort of. And I was totally afraid that they were going to do that with Superman. Such was not the case in this movie. They kept him a genuinely good person all throughout, and that is awesome. I can see people having a problem with that because they're going to misinterpret that as being two-dimensional or whatever, but are we not allowed to have just genuinely good people anymore? Really? I mean, it works for Captain America, why wouldn't it work for Superman? Let's see, what else? Again, I don't want to give away too much in this review, only that you should see it. Something else I was kind of worried about, which was a little bit kind of jarring at first. Ever since seeing her in the previews, I wasn't entirely buying Amy Adams as Lois Lane. Nothing against her. I like her in what few movies I've seen of hers. Let's see, but yeah, seeing a redhead playing what is traditionally a dark-haired brunette, I don't know, just playing against type. It's like getting a blonde guy to play Superman. You just don't do that. Or at least you just don't do that as far as we know yet. But seeing as how we have Amy Adams breaking the mold with her doing Lois Lane, and we have Lawrence Fishburne playing Perry White, also did a great job there. You never know. But for now, we've got Henry Cavill as Superman. That's great. Let's stick with that, shall we? Yeah, let's hope to see him in some other Superman movie and the Justice League movie, hopefully later on. Let's see. Yes, this is a good movie, but it is an imperfect movie. Of course, when everyone thinks Superman, the initial theme that pops into everyone's head is the classic John Williams theme. Da, 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 da. And the music is done by Hans Zimmer in this movie. And, of course, the man is brilliant. How many movies has he scored that have been totally awesome? But you're not going to walk out of this movie actually remembering what the Superman theme was. I mean, yes, as it's playing out through the various action scenes, which, by the way, are totally awesome, it's not going to stick with you once that's all finished. It doesn't have the staying power that you get with some other themes out there, which is kind of disappointing considering that this is done by the same guy who gave us Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes, on the fight scenes, something that I really liked about those is you hear Superman being called faster than a speeding bullet all the time, right? So how do they portray him in fight scenes? He's literally faster than a speeding bullet. One moment he's here, one moment he's here. Whoa, 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 whoa! What did I just see? You saw Superman fighting, bitches. So, yes, that was cool. I briefly spoke earlier about how Superman has to be in hiding because he's afraid of people actually being afraid of what he is and all the things that he's capable of. And come the end of the movie, it's not exactly an invalidated fear. I mean, again, trying to be spoiler-free here, but Metropolis is not exactly in the best of shape when all this is over with. It's a big deal if in a movie you see a building going down, or if in the Avengers you see a block going down. No. Most of this movie, by the end of the day, it looks like it's worse than what happened to Chicago in Transformers 3. So, yeah, Clark's gonna get a little bit of a hefty bill by the end of this film. So, yeah. Sorry, Clark, but... yes, I guess that's all I've got for now. Go see Man of Steel. You will love it. I guarantee it. And if you don't love it, well, I don't know what I can say for you. And if you're the kind of person who will hate on this movie but go ahead and like the Transformers movies,